Alrighty folks, what's up? Today's video is going to be kind of a quick story time. Sometimes I'll just be thinking about stuff and I'll be like, this is probably a teachable moment. Thinking about stuff that happened in past parts of my life. So, long story short, this was when my dog got attacked and put in the hospital. I had two dogs, Lavender and Rosie. They both are Shih Tzus. I had to think of them. Shih Tzus. Lavender recently died when my grandfather died, the week that I got robbed. Crazy enough story. The first, because she lives about 2 hours away from me, so when we went to go visit her, first thing we seen when we walked in, Lavender laying dead on the floor. She's about 13 years old. That's old for a dog. But anyways, guys, is when they were both alive and kicking. So I used to have a really big backyard, big enough to where I could let my dogs just roam free and not have to worry about them, exploring anywhere else. They used to just go outside, do their business, and come in. They were really good dogs. Rosie was also a Shih Tzu, but Rosie's not as relevant. She's a young, playful one. And my neighbors who used to babysit me as kids, so there was really no bad blood between us. They had two really big pit bulls, like really big, and Shih Tzus are really, really small, but they have a really, really big, loud bark compared to roar, 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 So, their pits got out because I guess nobody properly closed their cage, their outside cage, and like I said, I let my dogs roam free. It's my property. I can do that without a leash. Even with the leash, I think they still would have probably tried to get me. So basically, they thought that they were gonna play with them, and these pits were really young, but they were still really big. And then Rosie, being the playful young one, she starts like wrestling with them, and then Rosie gets in, or Lavender gets involved and starts wrestling with both of them. So they're taking on these two pits. Of course, I have to get involved, and I can't say what I really did or didn't do, put projectiles towards the dogs or not, but I definitely got a hold of one of them when they had Lavender in their mouth and was like, shaking them like how dogs do. I had to fucking grab her mouth and gut check her ass, and then I punched her ass in the nose, or she, I don't remember if it was the gender of the dog, doesn't matter. I know his ass was about to die. I knew that. So when all of this is happening, I'm on the phone, 911. Hey, there's a dog attacking my dogs. Can y'all get here ASAP? Yeah, did you try to call animal control? Yeah, blah, 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 whatever. So, yeah, so this is when I found out that pets, dogs have pet ICUs. I didn't know that, and I found out how expensive it was, like $2,000 a night. I was like, Jesus, man, this is freaking expensive. But Lavender ended up really being unharmed. She was just a little scared. She had a little blood on her from the other dog. She was actually taking on the pit, and then Rosie was unharmed. Lavender was the one that got. She ended up losing an eye. We took her to the vet. We were lucky enough to have a vet right down the street from us. They stabilized her, and then she ended up having to be in the ICU. She couldn't walk for like 2 weeks. Her throat was really swollen just from all the damage and stuff. We had to give her medicine and had to feed her like liquid food through a tube. And she ended up surviving until recently, and that happened probably 6 years ago. So she survived the whole incident. But I say that to say this, there was a vet hospital close, police station probably 4 minutes away, like literally down the street, walking distance, and it's not far walking distance. And it took the police, I want to say 2.5 hours just to pull up. And mind you, at this point, we didn't already got her to the vet hospital. We didn't got her stabilized. We're about to transfer her to the ICU. Mind you, this is my grandmother and my sibling is doing this in the background while I'm waiting for the police to show up so I can get the police report filed, and maybe even catch this dog lacking so I can send some projectiles down range, because there was two of them. One of them escaped into the woods. The other one, the owner came out and basically got him off. But by that time, the damage had already been done, So Ended up going to civil court, not even criminal court. And, you know, Lavender survived, so it wasn't really, you know, that big of a deal. But I say that to say that even when the police are close, man, the police are close. What if they was attacking me, you know, and what if I didn't have my piece on me? I probably would have been dead. I would have been cooked, because they would have saw me as an aggressor, and then they would have tried to, you know, get on me. And then what am I going to do against two pit bulls other than hop on a car? There was no car for me to hop on, actually. So what was I going to do? Try to go in the house, leave my dogs to die? You know what I mean, that's an option, yeah, but, you know, got to keep that thing on you, man. When seconds count, police are minutes away. Seriously, it took them 2.5 hours. How do I know it took 2.5 hours? I sat on my porch and waited for them to pull up. I saw police passing, going to and from, passing my house. They just must have put me on the non-emergency. You know what I mean? Even though I called 911, the emergency line. I was just baffled. I'm like, what? And then when they pulled up, then they got the shotgun out, and they're like, yeah, we're gonna find this dog. I'm like, it's too late. It's too late, bro. He's gone. The dog is gone, bro. The dog is gone. This got me looking into legalities of, you know, killing other people's animals if they're trying to attack you and stuff. And in most states, you actually have the right to kill any or everything that it becomes an aggressor towards you. Like, because I had a dream the other day, and it came up in conversation. If somebody tries to hit me with their car, do I have the right to kill them? I mean, they're trying to take my life. I don't know if they're going to just hit me and run, or if they're just going to keep running me over until I'm dead. It's just like if somebody pulls a gun on you, you don't know if they just want your wallet or if they want your life. So seriously, guys, as crime is on the rise right now, before they haven't closed up the border, they're still not going to close up the border. It's still 100 something, or what is it, like 70 days until Trump gets in office and starts closing the border, and all of this stuff starts actually changing the policies. Glad he won. I predicted it on my other channel, by the way, if you want to go check that out, Political Civilian, at Political Civilian on YouTube. But I'm glad that he won, because a lot of this crime is going to stop. A lot of this senseless crime is going to stop. But I predict that there might be some civil unrest with the illegal immigrants that have to go. You know, there've already been protests and a little bit of riots. Nothing really too crazy, but I've seen it on a couple news outlets where they, you know, side note, I'm making a video about the news is dead. And who killed it? I'll let you guess that. That's going to be on my political channel, though. But let me know what y'all thinking about that in the comments down below. Like, comment, subscribe, all of that stuff. I got so many situations where I was happy that I had my gun on me, and didn't even have to use it. But if you like this story time, let me know. And keep that thing, train with that thing, and thang with that thing. All right, peace.